Thank you. Approximately 23 years ago, a collaborative group of stakeholders, including local community members, first responders, government officials, and representatives from the Flight 93 families, gathered to discuss erecting a memorial to honor the 40 individuals who heroically fought against terrorists to prevent further loss of life. Our deliberations centered on creating a lasting tribute that would honor both their immediate sacrifice and as an enduring legacy of these courageous individuals. We extend our gratitude to Paul Murdoch for bringing our vision and our mission to fruition. What was once a common field is now a field of honor. It is our privilege to continue moving forward to preserve and nurture this hallowed place, hallowed not by us, but by the lives of your loved ones. When Adam Schaefer invited me to return and speak, I earnestly accepted the opportunity to continue in that mission and to further establish the vision of this field as a place of healing. Looking back, we might think that the healing began with the excavation and the repair of the land at the crash site. But even that beginning had a deeper intent, that what we would ultimately accomplish would be to transform minds and to mend, to heal broken hearts and broken spirits. You see, from the memorial grove of trees with its sense of a diverse unity to the diverse species of wildflowers that grow and change from spring to fall in the fields behind us, from the small but noticeable changes to the landscape here, which we refer to as the bowl, which I've always envisioned as hands cupped to embrace all who enter, to this memorial wall with its design, signifying again the connectedness of individuals. The wall continues to bring many people together as a family. The vision is one of bringing us face to face with the acknowledgement that true life, is experienced in this place. So I ask you to join with me in a moment of silence, a moment of reflection. Holy God, we ask that you would be with us. We invoke your presence upon us. Each and every time we gather wishing to learn more about ourselves. Comfort us as we espouse the ideal that hope lives within each of us. Be with our families as they continue to mourn even after many years, because loss is always loss. The wall that continues to bring us together is separated by little gaps between each of the names. It's designed that way by Paul to remind us that these are individuals, but the wall as a whole represents the unity of their decision. So, Holy One, we seek your guidance. We seek inspiration, knowledge, and hope. We seek your guidance as we persist in our efforts to affirm that life always triumphs, that life continues even amid heinous terrorist acts. And we humbly gather here with the hope that our lives may change as well. Small changes, but changes nonetheless. Be with us then as we continue throughout this day, throughout this ceremony. Comfort us and confront us. The philosopher John Stuart Mill once said, I won't quote, I don't know his exact words, but it went something on this order. Evil needs nothing more to succeed than this: that good people would look on and do nothing. Indeed, it would be difficult to call that person good who fails to, at that very least, protest when evil is witnessed. So, Holy One, comfort and confront us. Provoke us to action when we see the wrong. Thank you all.
Thank you, Reverend Way. It was absolutely beautiful. The 40 brave men and women aboard Flight 93 were among other heroes to emerge on that tragic day. One does not have to look far to inspiring stories of tremendous strength and resiliency in the face of terror. Future generations learning about the events of September 11th can find countless examples here at Flight 93 National Memorial, in New York, and at the Pentagon of ordinary people who willingly risked their own lives in an effort to help and save others. Their actions on that morning and the days that followed represent the very best of humanity, and we are forever grateful for their acts of courage. We remember them and the 2,977 individuals whose lives were lost at the World Trade Center and at the Pentagon that day. The men and women at Flight 93 National Memorial are honored to work side by side with many individuals and groups to ensure that they are never forgotten. I wish to highlight several of those neighboring organizations this morning. Patriot Park honors the 7,072 American service members who gave their lives in the global war on terror. While the Remember Me Rose Garden, a beautiful living tribute to the passengers and crew members of Flight 93, furthers our collective efforts to honor the 40 heroes. A visit to these sites provides additional opportunities for visitors to Flight 93 National Memorial to pay tribute to America's heroes. And finally, the September 11th National Memorial Trail. Founded by David Brickley, who is joining us this morning, this trail, ladies and gentlemen, this trail brings walkers, runners, and cyclists to this site as part of a 1,500-mile system which connects the three 9/11 attack sites. We thank David and all of our partners for their efforts in developing new ways to pay tribute to those lost in the terrorist attacks of September 11th. We thank these proud and patriotic organizations and local businesses who go above and beyond year-round at the memorial. Individuals like local business owner Danny Dively have exhibited tremendous pride and craftsmanship across the memorial and are greatly appreciated by staff, volunteers, and visitors. Danny and his wife Annie are joining us this morning for this very special ceremony, and for that, we are grateful. The dedicated work of so many ensures that the legacy of September 11th is carried on to the next generation forever. This includes the essential support of countless external partners such as the Pennsylvania State Police and other law enforcement agencies, the Somerset County Emergency Management Agency, state and local emergency medical services, the American Red Cross, the Salvation Army, and the National Weather Service, just to name a few. Every day, ladies and gentlemen, they work hand in hand with the National Park Service every year to conduct this beautiful memorial observance. We are continuously grateful for the willingness of so many to do all they can to honor and remember the 40 heroes and our nation now and forever. At the conclusion of our observance this morning, I invite the families seated here to the sacred ground for a private wreath-laying ceremony. Members of the Somerset Regional Volunteer Fire Department will open the ceremonial gate and provide a salute for family members as they enter. Members of this department served as some of the first responders to the crash of Flight 93. We thank them for their resolute courage and dedication to others, and we remember the 441 first responders who gave their lives in the effort to save thousands that morning. I further express our appreciation to all members of the first responder community, both here and around the world, for their sacrifice and dedicated service. In times of crisis, our first responders stand side by side with the men and women of our military to protect this great nation and its values. We owe our servicemen and women and their families a debt which can never truly be repaid for the sacrifices they have made to save lives and preserve our freedom. Additionally, and with the utmost of respect, I would like to thank the men and women now serving and who have served in our country's military. Joining us this morning is the Secretary of Veterans Affairs, the Honorable Douglas A. Collins. Thank you, sir, for joining us this morning on this sacred ground. Also, I'd like to welcome and personally thank the sailors and officers joining us today from the USS Somerset, based out of San Diego, California. Named after Somerset County, Pennsylvania, the USS Somerset represents the heroic actions of the 40 passengers and crew members of Flight 93. As this vessel and others like her traverse the world, it carries with it a message of collective sacrifice and courage in response to overwhelming adversity. XO, sir, thank you for being here. As we come together to conclude this beautiful ceremony, let us never forget when the events of September 11th have passed from living memory, it is our hope that this awe-inspiring memorial, created through the tireless efforts of so many, will allow future generations to embrace the powerful story of Flight 93. As life continues to grow here in this beautiful field of honor, so does our hope that future generations will learn of the extraordinary actions of 40 ordinary people and be inspired to act with the same unity and courage to face their own challenges today and forever. Thank you.